Guess it?
No.
No? Super Saiyan 2. So I leveled up, right? So currently I'm in Super Saiyan 2, and I'm cool with the process. I know I'm trying to get that God form. I'm trying to go fuck with Whis, trying to go fuck with Beerus, but I'm just not quite there yet.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. But shit, I'm Super Saiyan motherfucking 2, baby!
Oh my God.
Anyways, welcome to Talk Smack with Mac. Isiah, I appreciate you getting on the pod. It's going to be a good one, man. I know we're going to talk about some good shit. I have a lot of great questions. And Cat, you're on that side of the table today because we're celebrating motherfucking you too, because you're awesome and you're doing big things. And yeah, I just appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, man.
Well, yeah,
And
man.
thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Welcome.
Thank you.
My Talk Smack with Mac fans a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Isiah Cain. I'm 26 currently. I'm from Pasadena, California, and I'm a filmmaker, writer, right? Pasadena. I'm a filmmaker, writer, director here in Nevada. Yeah.
All right, I could dig it.
Yeah.
I could dig it. He said, "Yeah, I'm a filmmaker."
Yeah.
Man, you're making motherfucking movies. You're the big dog in charge at 26 years old. 26 years young.
Thank you.
You know, and how did you get into film?
Video production. I had a video production class in high school. And
What high school?
Western High School. Why would you make me?
You said who?
Western High School.
Oh, Western. Oh, man.
He just threw me out there. Western High
Ain't
School.
nothing wrong with Western.
No,
man.
it wasn't then. Now, anyway, but I mean, it was a really nice school when I went there. It was really nice.
Man, you went there motherfucking like 3 fucking days ago. You ain't go there
I know,
too
right?
long. You
Look
talking
at
about
my
when
house.
I went?
No.
Shit. I remember when I was going to Western. It was
You went
fucking
to
bad.
Western?
No, my bad. When I was going to high school,
Oh, okay.
Western was low key bad. Bad shit was happening.
Yeah.
And that was before you. I got 4 years on you. I went through the whole high school shit before you.
It was stuff going on when I was there, but I
He
didn't.
said when
focus
I
on
went,
that.
it was
I know,
yeah,
right?
it was
He
bad.
was like trying to say it
Now-
was all good and everything.
It was. I literally don't remember, other than the one race riot, but I don't remember like too much going on.
Wait, back
That-
up. Race riot?
Okay, so I understand you're from the cornfields,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, okay, be nice. Corn City.
there's a little bit same but different. Out here, there's a variety of people, as you know,
Yes.
and some demographic don't fuck with each other.
Okay.
Not all
As in the
time.
black and the Mexicans, they was tripping all the time on each other.
Those were the two.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Valid.
So y'all would like just leave school?
No, what? Leave? It happened right there in the quad.
Sometimes across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all were
In the
fighting at
parking lot?
school?
Yeah.
I'd be watching,
Me too.
you know.
But
Spit it out.
did-
Goddamn.
so did like teachers watch too, or did they stop?
No,
the
they
fight?
try to break it up, but
Yeah.
when you get to the point, some of these high school kids are some big motherfuckers.
I'm just saying they look.
So it's like if
fucking
you're a
adults.
teacher in Clark County making pennies on the dollar and it's hard as fuck to live, you gotta have 2 or 3 side hustles. OnlyFans selling feet
Stop,
pics.
because I
Miss
totally
S
agree
and
with that.
shit.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Are you about to go break
No.
up a motherfucking
Oh,
fight? I'm not
Yeah, I'm
security.
not.
What's that
Yeah.
song? I'm blind.
Blinded by the light. Yeah, oh God. Shit.
You know,
I am not breaking up no goddamn fight.
Yeah,
You
no,
better
not
get
in it.
security to do that
I don't get
shit.
paid enough
Not
for that.
even-
Never
yeah.
mind.
I guaranteed 80% of the motherfuckers fighting probably bigger than me.
Most definitely.
What
Definitely.
about you? You breaking up a fight?
No.
Yeah.
In no way. Hey, listen. No.
Let them figure that
Not
shit
at
out.
all.
No guns, no knives? Oh, yeah, let them handle that.
They're good. Let them work that out.
You're the one screaming and shit, huh? Part slamming your brakes, fucking honking your horn. That's you?
No!
You better fucking stop it!
For my car. Pushing to my car.
Yo, baby, get out this motherfucker.
Go run your bitches over. I'd run them over. I would fucking run the masses over.
What the fuck? You better not fight or I'll run you over, cat. Okay, that's a bit much.
What she's saying is sometimes you have to fight violence with violence.
Okay, depending. Nowadays, generations, you never know. They don't listen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to make them do something, extreme threats. I mean, extreme.
I'll fucking run you over. You turn the wheel.
extreme consequences. I'm sorry, extreme consequences.
Point your front end at them and shit. Rev your engine. Y'all better break that shit up. Anyways, film production class.
Yeah, video production.
Western High School.
Western High school.
When it was good.
Yeah.
All right. So how was that? I don't even think I had. Well, yeah, I don't think I had that option.
I liked it. I wasn't supposed to be in the class, but I worked.
What do you
my
mean
way
you weren't
in.
supposed to be in the class?
So I don't know about y'all, but y'all know homeroom.
Yeah.
Like first day of school, you go to that one classroom, and I would go to the classroom where like my last name is Cain, so I'll go there with the C's, thinking I'm in the right classroom. And the whole time I'm in this video production classroom, and I'm like, what is this? Like, I'm not even supposed to be here right now. I'm just waiting because I'm waiting for, my paper to come. He's supposed to sign it, and he never signed it. So I'm sitting there without a paper, no signature, and he's just like, "Ooh, I think you need to go to the office." And I'm like, they told me to come here. Like, I don't know what else to do. And he ended up talking to me about the class because I asked him, I'm like, what is this? Like, y'all got all these Mac computers lined up. Like, it's really nice in here. Like, it was really nice. He kept it really cool. And in the back, they did the student news. So for the next 3 years, that's what I did was student news.
Now, my bad. What exactly did you do? You recorded it, or
Yeah. They had green screen behind them, so we would set up the cameras. We would edit while it's going on. Broadcasting in its finest. In my
live
opinion.
edits, as in switching from camera angles?
Switching
and shit?
from camera angles,
that's
3 different
cool.
cameras. Yeah, switchboard.
Okay.
We also use Final Cut, and then
Oh, nice.
so that's when
Damn, so you got hella experience while you're in high school.
in high school.
Okay, that's
jelly.
I know. I really wish I would have had that shit. Fuck.
But you know what? I do want to say, since you said that, I do have friends who currently, like to this day, don't utilize it.
What are they using?
Oh, they're servers at like restaurants and stuff like that. Like they don't do the filmmaking thing. Though we were in video production.
Oh, you're saying
Yeah,
you're
they
not
don't-
using the skill.
Yeah, they don't have
yeah,
the
yeah.
interest in using the skill, though they may have the same skill. Like we all learned some of the same stuff.
Yeah.
But that's where I also think that's where I also think like getting out there in the field a little bit and learning beyond that is really important.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, like having your hands-on like experiences with the film. Like I've never done one before. I'm working on my first one, so that's my experience. You have your own experiences that you're coming into. I'm sure you're gonna talk about that. So just little things like that. Like some people shy away from it, from the realness of, I guess, what it is, like the hands-on aspect of filmmaking.
Yeah, because it's fucking hard.
It is.
They're like, let me just jump in
It
front of
is.
the camera and fucking smile and, play pretend for a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're editing and the pre-production, that shit is the fucking work.
Yeah, pre-production stuff.
See,
But you have to do it.
The thing is, I the first time I worked with you for it to be your first project, I didn't know that because of how you ran it. It was very professional. The space, everything was set. Like, yes, small crew, but it was very. Here's our shot list. Here's what we're making happen. Now bumps and curves and everything happen along the way, but this man made things happen to the point where we're actually having the premiere, which is exciting. But at the same time, it shocks me that it's your first one. That's all I have to say because it's very. It shouldn't be.
I appreciate that.
It feels like it's
Nice.
many more.
So let's perfect segue. Let's dive deep into that. Let's talk about your first film and that whole experience.
Well, I started in 2020. I started. I like to call it pre-production, but I know it was really just dusting off an old story that I had. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was stressed out, like, and I just wanted to do something. I wanted to do something creative, and I was just like, I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I reached out to Cooper Nelson. I didn't meet Cat yet, so that's to come.
How did you know Cooper?
Just communicating in the community.
Okay. So he was making
Yeah.
noise when he was fucking
Oh,
12.
Little.
Listen,
Cooper's
Damn.
amazing.
there's
Then that makes me feel good. He told
Yeah.
me I did good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lil
There's-
Cooper, man.
Yes.
there's so much talent even in his pinky. There's just
I bet.
so much
I bet.
talent. Like I
Easily.
mean that. So much talent. But I sent him the script, and at that time the script was just like very bland. According to her, one-dimensional. And so we got to a point where we started shooting. And 3 months, 4 months into it, I'm losing actors, man. I have people that are dropping out, not for financial reasons, but personal reasons. You know, they're going through life, this, that, it happens.
Oh, man.
And so now I have to kind
Be
of
professional.
yeah.
You would hope,
but I coming from it being my first film, I have to understand that I have
Yeah.
to keep going. I cannot stop because you played an important part of my story. I just have to
Shit, whether you understand
reformat.
or not, you gotta
Right.
fucking, you gotta figure it out.
Right.
Shit.
So I got a screenshot of her headshot from my co-director at the time.
That was probably a big ass headshot.
Be nice about this big ass head. Okay, this big ass head.
My bad, as you
Fucking
were,
ass.
because when you said that, it just like I
Picture
picture in my office, but her head on my phone.
And headshot, it's 8x10 people. Okay, just remember that. It's an
Yeah.
actress headshot.
Some people
Hey, your,
don't know
hey,
that.
your
so
headshot
that's-
is filling
Yeah,
all
exactly.
8x10 too. My bad.
Hey, it's
Go
for
ahead,
the
go ahead.
hair. It's for the hair. All right.
You saw the headshot of Cat, a very nice headshot.
saw the headshot.
Was it
and
like the detective one where she has like her little?
yes, yeah.
Yes,
it
bro,
was it was all
she
her
kills with
different.
that
Yeah,
shit.
it was
Yeah,
her
she's
different,
trying to do
different
this.
styles.
Fuck you, Cat.
And I said to myself, I was just like, okay, she can totally be the character. I just got to talk to her first. And I spoke to her, and she was so cool. Like over the phone, she's just like, I'll read it. I'm totally down to read it. Let me read it. And she read it, and she called me back. And I think that's the most honest anybody's ever been to me.
Yes,
about
I
a
can't wait
script.
for her to continue reading my shit.
And she told me,
She's mean.
yeah,
But
I'm not mean. I'm not
no,
mean.
you're honest, but it comes from a very
caring
good place because you care so much.
yeah.
Thank you. Okay, that's
Like you love film and you want to see something magnificent, and if you see somebody trying to do some shit, you're gonna be honest so you can help them get the best result.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible fucking liar. I can never lie to you if
Damn,
I
this shit
wanted
is
to.
trash.
Like seriously, but that's when you know I like great actress, horrible liar.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys for saying that because some days I'm like, damn, I hope I'm not trying to be.
No, you need that as a friend.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're. I mean, if I want to put something out that's good, we need fucking 10 of her.
Yeah.
To
Almost
dissect that
definitely.
shit.
I always say that. I'm like, we need 10 of you. Like,
Yeah,
That's a lie to me.
like
save those.
she was just honest with me, and she told me the truth. Like, the character's one dimensional. Like, let's open her up a bit. Let's see what we can add to her. And I'm like, what you got? And she had a whole backstory for this character. Like, she had her going to college and everything. Like, she just applied what I feel is like just natural science to evolve a character. And
You have to.
yeah, and she totally did it. So
Yeah.
that's
Thank you, Ann
when we
Wilkinson and Dr. Slod.
that's when we filmed, and from that point on, it was like, okay, this is really happening right now. Like, we're really moving forward, and now we've reached a peak where we're planning a premiere. So
That's nice. All right,
Yeah.
so tell me, can you share the story?
yeah. So would you like to tell a little bit?
No. I want you to.
Okay.
I'll speak of her, but I want you to tell the story. Just
Okay.
'cause
So
Yeah, and we'll
Yeah.
slide
Yeah.
over to her.
I got
to
you.
me, I like to call it. I heard the term by Don Mancini. He calls it like a coming of rage, and it just stuck with me. So I consider this a coming of rage story because it has to do with mental health. The boy is suffering from IED, which is intermittent explosive disorder. So he has outbursts, but these are like really getting serious, to where the mom has to go to desperate measures to make sure that she's okay. By doing that, she's willing to involve other people into her situation, and then her past comes back to bite both of them in the bum. So it's definitely one of those movies that plays on escalation a little bit, and it was definitely fun making it. So yeah, and working with Kat, she stars in it. So. Yeah,
She's all right.
she's all right.
No, you're fantastic, Kat. You share what you got to say, girl.
Yeah, I just got all excited just hearing about the story all over again. Just because, okay, you guys know me in the sense of roles. Okay, I want to dig in more in the sense of building and creating a character. So the fact is, I was able to explain my character to Isiah, and he allowed me the opportunity as an actress to professionally let me do this, make this mine. And it scared the shit out of me, but man, did I love her. Oh, so much to the point that I forgot the little things like the ring to take it off on the drive home, covered in certain things, looked very serious to the real world. And you gotta remember to take that stuff off. And it's so crazy because that's how much I loved her so much, though. But I also was so scared of her because she is, and I really am, like, she's one of those roles that I'm always gonna remember. And I'm gonna love because it allowed me to remind me why I do what I do. And I'm grateful for it. So thanks to this mofo for allowing me to do it and under the most shortest circumstances.
Oh yeah.
I got the script in like less than 48 hours? What, 3 days?
Yeah, because we were already filming and we had lost what I feel was like an integral part to the story. And if I were to cut it, then I would have to like either cancel the project or rewrite it. No matter what, I ended up rewriting the film 5 times in total. So, and that's like
because of the girl dropping out,
because of
and how that would have affected the story.
Yeah, because I feel like one thing that independent film directors get crapped on most about is their continuity. So I didn't want to be in that situation where it's like, all right, here I am, a budgeted filmmaker, and
I mean, sometimes it's over the top, dog. It's like yellow shirt, pink shirt, red shirt. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck at all.
He's not lying. He's not lying. But yeah, that's definitely one of those things where I look at it and I'm like, I just want to change that mindset. So
yeah, you definitely to be taken serious.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm assuming this is something that you want to do for the rest of your life.
Oh, most definitely.
So it's like, if you are just putting out half-ass shit, why are people not going to regard you as a half-ass person?
Yeah.
You don't care enough to make sure that this person is wearing the same color shirt. I understand shit happens. Like you said, you rewrote the story 5 times while you were filming.
In the process of filming, yeah.
In the process of filming. Yeah, so some shit is going to be confusing as fuck.
Yeah.
And to try to keep that from being all jumbled, all up in your mind, and you have a clear picture of how everything's going to go, in addition to all the other shit that you got to do to make a fucking movie.
Yeah.
You got to find the locations. You got to get the sound. You got to get the lighting. You got to fucking make sure the blocking is good.
Yeah.
Make sure continuity is good, like you fucking said, in every single motherfucking scene.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's a lot that goes into that, while also rewriting some shit, you know, whether it was 10 days before filming, 2 days into filming, whatever the hell it may have been. But yeah, kudos to you. How long did that whole process take of starting the film and then ending? Some years?
Don't be lying. Don't be lying.
You said the writing process or just the entire process, the production?
We'll do the entire process and then let's narrow it down to where you started filming to ending filming.
The entire process, I want to say, like from start to finish, we're just now finished. It's year 3, going on 4. And I honestly didn't think that it would take that long. When I first started. I kind of just thought, okay, I'm gonna do it. But then as you start to actually put time and effort into it, and you start to see, like, one thing I look at while I'm color grading is I look at the I look at the color grading and the color graded version versus the just empty, bland, regular raw footage that I have.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Yeah. And it's
like at least like a 3-minute clip. The difference.
The contrast.
And it's like seeing it from scene. I'm like, wow, I've come a long way. And I also look at, I have some inspiration out there too. You know, I look at Marvel and how they do their trailers and stuff like that. Like, you always see stuff in their movies that you don't see in trailers, or you see stuff in trailers that you don't see in the movies. And I don't like that. So I'm one of those people, like, if I release a trailer, like I released the Fairfax trailer, and I look at it every other day and I'm like, ugh, I want to color grade this so bad. And so when you do see the final cut, you will see the actual color grading that I wanted.
Nice.
Because I worked on it.
Because I worked on it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Color grading from something that I am currently rewatching that's amazing is Spartacus. Have you ever seen?
Oh my god.
The color grading, the color grading drives your emotion. It forces you to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And I'm not the most educated. I'm trying to get there, but I feel like certain tones and shit like that is going to, I guess, steer you in a certain direction in terms of how you feel.
Oh, most definitely. I think that's what makes a good movie. is when you have the right color. Because with color you need sound though, because you can't have like
one with the other without the other.
Ooh, and you know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Not to be shady, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's one of those situations where I feel like, for instance, if you were watching, have you ever seen Batman 1989? Michael Keaton.
Oh, back in the day,
Jack Nicholson. Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine watching that movie without Danny Elfman's Batman score.
Damn, I can't even recall.
Like all you heard was Prince. Just imagine that. Just Prince. It's the tonality of the movie. When you have the music and the color, like great coloring. But imagine if Prince did the whole
There's
soundtrack.
a lot of dark blues, right?
Yeah. Dark blues.
Yeah.
A lot of dark blues, like light purples when you get to the Joker and things like that. So I think color grading matters. And I've
It's
seen some of your
beautiful.
footage. It is nice.
It's
You
beautiful.
color grade, yeah.
No, hell no, I don't.
You don't?
Hell no.
I've seen your footage.
Bro, that's just all some fucking fluke shit. I want to learn color grading. I'm not even gonna fucking like. I'm not gonna bullshit you at all. Kat and I actually both want to learn how to color grade real good, don't we?
Okay.
We've been talking about it.
One thing I have got into was like the mood board. I don't know if y'all know that in production.
See, I fucking knew it was true. I was like, I feel good watching this. There's the sunset in Spartacus. I'm at work, and it's just like, I work in a brick building and shit. So it's just like, right? And I have on my phone Spartacus, and there was a scene where it's a back shoulder drop, over drop, and then it raises up over to like grass fields to the sun rising, and just those orange and like maybe a little bit of browns and the yellows in there, and it's just like, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, I'm almost there. It's like, man, fuck this brick building I'm in this bitch right now.
Yeah. What kind of
color
music?
grading.
What kind of music was playing on that scene? Do you remember?
I had one AirPod in while I'm fucking doing accounting.
I only ask because we're talking about color, and I remember that Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho had no color in it. It was in black and white. So I think their biggest thing was to use music.
Oh man, yeah, you had to. All the black and white, that's music that drove everything. Tom and Jerry, same thing. The music is driving everything.
Especially when there's no words. Come on now.
Yeah, it's dictating your emotions. As the music rises and it's getting fucking crazy, your anxiety's going up. It's like, oh my god, is he gonna get him? Is he gonna get him? And then bam, something happens and it drops, and you're like, oh, we were so close. And it's just that teeter-totter of fucking emotions the whole time.
Yeah.
That's probably why kids like that shit, huh? Because it forces them to pay attention. It's like, ah!
Without having to actually understand what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just emotionally like,
They just hear it at first and they're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then fucking, Tom gets fucked up or something.
It's not the same nowadays. The motherfuckers talk.
Yeah, I think they do talk.
What?
Oh yeah, they talk now.
Oh man,
Sorry,
I'm not too sure.
You can't be doing that shit.
I think they do talk though.
Yeah, me too. In the sense of like,
Well,
nowadays.
honesty. Yeah.
I've seen some.
They have voices.
Yep. And they gave them like actual like, I don't know.
Personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I thought their movements and actions was
Do
enough.
that.
Yeah.
You would think, but hey.
The personality was already there. The little mouse is slick with it.
I mean,
got his little suit. What? You can't fuck with me. I always get away.
Even
Yes.
Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, they're all having like full blown conversations now. I know Daffy Duck was already doing it, but like Bugs, I remember there were some cartoons where like, "Hey Doc" is like all he would
What's up,
say.
Doc?
Like that's
And
it. He wouldn't
love
say
it.
nothing else. That's
What's
it.
up, Doc?
I love that stuff. Oh, I would eat a carrot and just try to mock it all the time. Every time.
I'd probably get a carrot, just not bite it.
Oh, stop. You would literally get the carrot and waste it.
I'd put it behind my head. I don't want to waste it.
Lame. I
Carrots
love
aren't the
eating
best.
carrots. Just
They're not
imagine.
the
What's up?
I bet, you fucking weirdo.
Damn right, I did. I mocked. I see when people are like, I could quote movies for words. I'm like, nah, I could mock with it and do the same timing as it during the movie.
With your
but-
prop.
Oh, hell yeah. Live action, baby.
She's so silly, dude. So, what was the biggest obstacle that you faced making your first movie?
Everything? No. The biggest obstacle was keeping everything together. And what I mean by that is, that sounds like my next book, right? No, I'm just keeping everything together.
This is the thumbnail.
Right.
keeping everything together. What I mean by that is like just making sure that like, of course you can't be everywhere all at once, but just making sure that like at least something's getting done, even when there's nothing getting done. So like there would be moments where we would go on like some Rockstar Studio type shit. Like we wouldn't film for like 3 months because everybody's schedule's out of whack. So, and I have to understand because like they're working with me. They're not working for me. They're not working against me. They're literally working with me. Like if I have a day where I can't make it, they're very understanding. But I have people that are in the military, so they get called out for certain things, you know, training and stuff like that. And I'm talking about that's with our lead, one of our leads. So we couldn't really do too much. We had already started, and I wasn't going back. So if it wasn't making sure that like we were filming, I made sure that the editing process was started. I made sure that I was getting certain colors ready, creating my own colors, color scheming. I was working on audio. I was doing some stitching. I was just making sure that like I would have something to visually show them that like I'm staying busy. I just believe that the speed of the boss is the speed of the team. So,
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the head of the snake, and you're going to dictate which direction everybody's going to go
Most
in.
definitely.
And if you're running stagnant or don't really know what the fuck is going on, everybody else is going to look at you like, what's next, boss?
Yeah. And I didn't want them to think that people were like dropping because I couldn't handle things, you know.
Yeah.
They were obviously going because they had personal things. So, but yeah, I think that was it. Just keeping everything together.
Did you feel an extra bit of stress maybe because of what you may think the cast may be thinking about you?
Yes and no. I mean, I have my own demons, my own battles, I should say, not really demons, but my own battles. So there were moments where I'm just like, am I doing this right? Like, I remember when I first really got into pre-production, and I was like, okay, I need to find a cinematographer. And I had a budget, very small budget.
You mind sharing?
That $10K.
Okay.
Okay. And I was
Look at us budget. Shit. That's a motherfucking budget right there, baby.
I took out my savings for this. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. Like I said, I was definitely always into filmmaking, but it wasn't like behind your camera. I wasn't your camera guy. I'm your editor. You know, I just had a story in my head and I wanted to kind of get it out there. I've always been a writer, but being able to like put pen to paper, or fingers to keyboard in this case, fingers to keyboard, and then actually doing it, I'm just now getting there. So I've done a lot.
It's only 26,
Yeah,
bro.
only 26.
That shit is so, like, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Because it takes a lot of motherfucking guts to do that. Especially in a time where you have to damn near sell your firstborn to pay the fucking rent these days in Vegas.
Yes.
Hey, you have to have a 9-to-5 plus a hustle and roommates to motherfucking make this shit shake. If you want to chase your dreams.
Yes.
And then now
That is so
chasing your
true.
dreams, it's like, okay, that's more like a luxury because it's like every second that I'm doing this, I'm not paying my bills.
Yeah.
Every
Most
second I'm
definitely.
doing this, I'm not with friends or family or having a good time or going out to drink or going out to smoke with my friends or going on vacation.
Most definitely.
My savings went into making this fucking vision that I have in my head come to life because I'm fucking obsessed with it and it keeps on playing over and over in my head and I know I can make some shit happen.
Right there.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna fucking sacrifice. Maybe I'm not having a Starbucks every motherfucking day.
I definitely wasn't. I
Yeah,
definitely
man,
had
that's
that moment.
That's
yeah.
very admirable. It
Yeah.
takes a very strong-minded, determined person to do that and take those steps. So fuck yeah, congratulations. And
Thank you.
I'm
I appreciate you.
yeah, yeah. It gives people listening hope. It gives people around hope that, like, yeah, we can make this happen. It takes a team. It takes a village of people that, you know, oh, hey, I love to write. Okay, I'm gonna write a master story. Then you got people like Kyle, who's like, shit, I'm gonna make sure it sounds fucking
Amazing.
perfect.
Yeah.
Then you got people like Kat that's like, not only am I gonna crush as an actress, but I'm helping behind the scenes too because I kind of understand the process and I know where to alleviate and help with stress, to alleviate bottlenecks in the filmmaking process. When you have a director that has so many motherfucking things that so many hats you got to wear.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
She's
this
the
ain't no
definition of let's
motherfucking
get it done.
yeah. This ain't no Sony budget of
Yeah.
$80 million. No, it's like this is an indie film, dog. You're
Yeah.
wearing every hat up until somebody else proves to you that you could trust him to go do the job.
Oh, most definitely. That was another thing too. Like, I remember, like I was saying, looking for a cinematographer, and my co-director at the time, she was just like, "Hey, look up TJ Penton." I looked him up. I contacted him, and we had a great conversation. And at the end of that conversation, we talked about budgeting. We talked about financing, and I told him, like, this is what I have. This is what I'm trying to do. And he was like, "I'm not gonna lie to you. You might want to film it yourself." I'm like, "What?" Like, nobody's ever told me that. Maybe because I've never asked anybody to do this, but I never thought. Yeah,
he was like upfront about it.
And he was just like, "Yeah, one, because it's your first feature, so I'm urging you to get out there and get creative. But two, nobody's gonna do it like you want to. It's your first feature,
Especially for that money.
right?" So my thing with a 10K budget, I was like, okay, well, I need some equipment because I know equipment is important. But equipment means nothing if you lack imagination. So I had to get deeper into the script. And I've been told, like, I write big, you know? Like,
Meaning, like physically actually writing big shit,
like,
or crazy
like,
ideas?
Like, not crazy ideas. Like, I'm not taking my characters to outer space.
Oh.
But hold on.
Damn near. Psychologically going to the pits of hell.
Go ahead.
Like, how do I describe it? So, in the sense of, okay, even though the story itself is about, like, when you really watch it the first time, because you're gonna watch it many times,
Yeah.
you're gonna see it from, the son's perspective. But the second time you're gonna watch it from the mom's perspective, and every other perspective, because every person's viewpoint in the film has a different psychological journey through the story.
Oh, so it's a deeper meaning. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. When's the premiere?
We're looking at September 18th.
Oh, shit.
That's officially announced, too, because we didn't say
September motherfucking
18th.
September
Yeah.
motherfucking 18th.
We'll see you
So
all
4 years, a 4-year process, and you finally have a premiere date,
Yeah.
tentative
anything.
premiere date.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm nervous every day. Like I really am. Like,
I fucking bet.
I
bet.
I wake up, like, this past week. I don't know if you're into boxing, but
I love boxing.
the Mike Tyson and
Jake
Paul, I just found out that they're not doing
Delayed.
it. But I definitely, like, was waking up, getting ready, like I was about to get punching, you know? Like, I felt like that for real. And just prepping myself, really, doing the different editing. Like, I do work a 9 to 5, so that does take over a lot of my day. But when I get home, like, sometimes if I'm at home at like 2 a.m., if I get home late, then I'll totally just edit real quick, touch up on
Dang,
some
you
stuff.
said a 9 to 5 and you said 2 a.m.
Well, when I say 9 to 5, I mean I have a job.
Yeah, I got
those
that.
hours aren't necessarily 9 to 5.
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
Yeah, I might, I might go in and stay till about 2 a.m.
This man works.
Yeah.
And then get off and everybody's asleep. It's quiet. Your thoughts are probably going and you're like, oh, perfect timing.
Time to edit. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, time to edit, time to write, time to whatever the hell process you're at.
Yeah, most definitely.
What is your favorite process or part of the filmmaking process?
Honestly, working on this movie, I stopped having a favorite. Like, I really just got catapulted into, like, every aspect of it.
Nice.
But it used to be editing because I'm able to get, like, really creative. I'm able to, like, think outside the box, But when I think the writing process too now has got me, because I'm able to, like, meet with people like Cat, and we have these thing called think tanks. I don't know if y'all ever been to them.
They're my favorite things.
But we get together. If you smoke, you smoke. If you drink, you drink. But we're basically just shooting ideas. So we have projects. We'll talk about them. She'll have a project. She'll mention it like, hey, what do you have? Any ideas? Can you read this? Can you throw some? Hey, do you have any ideas? Can you read this? Can you throw some? And we just bounce back off of each other. And
So how often are y'all doing this?
we've had 3 so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
In the
it's
past.
Can your boy get invited to
I would
that?
love for you to. Yes, it's so
course.
fun.
I want to pull up.
Yes.
Are we bringing snacks?
Yes, please do.
last time you made a charcuterie board.
I did bring a charcuterie board.
All right, I was gonna say outside of Doobie snacks, we bringing some actual snacks.
no, I brought
I'm
like
a fat
a whole
ass.
little
Regardless of what you see, I'm a fat ass at heart. Shit.
Yeah.
We brought food. like little snacky charcuterie meats and
Yeah.
cheeses.
All right,
and
I could dig
crackers.
it. I could dig it. Yeah. No, I like that idea because you could jog other people's ideas, right?
Exactly.
Whether you can incorporate or you could flesh out or you could add or anything. And when you're sitting in a room with a bunch of creative minds, now it's like, okay, that engine's going and we're going to feed each other.
Exactly.
Your creativity level is going to spark something for me who could spark something for you. And now we're just feeding off each other. And now we leave that think tank like a fucking just a well-oiled machine with ideas to do some shit. I could do that.
Keep going.
Yeah, I want that. I want to get in for sure.
It's all about community.
I'll bring chips.
Yes, please do. And
Bring
dip.
some chips. Yeah. Oh, fuck, dip too.
Yes, I
She's
like
always
chip
asking
dip.
for so much.
At least guacamole.
Goddamn! What the fuck else you want? You want me to home make the chips?
sounds
Actually,
like
I get these joints, man. I get some corn tortillas and I cut them things up and I fry them up a little bit, hit them with some garlic salt. They smack. You looking at me like you ain't never did it before ever.
He got
No,
his,
but that's all
he
good.
got his own little Doritos.
I know, right? I want
All right,
that.
so, all right. I'll put you on game possibly after this. But yes. So,
excited food.
what is the biggest thing that you actually? I'm gonna keep that question for a second.
shit.
I want to ask first. Fuck it, I gotta ask it now. What is the biggest thing that you learned during making your first movie that going into your second, you're like, man,
wow.
don't fucking do that.
That's a
I'm excited for this one.
That's a really good question. The biggest thing that I learned that I want to take with me is don't rely on too many people.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Don't rely on too many people.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is you can have one solid person do exactly what you need done. I think one thing that really got to me with the Fairfax incident was I was relying on others when it's my project. Like it needed me. So when I was in the script drafting the third draft, you know, I was listening to other people. Oh no, Jacob should do this. Jacob should do that. Let's try this. Let's put that in there. And I'm like to myself, I'm like, I'm not a writer. I'm not one of those people. Like I write, but I'm not one of those people that you hire and you tell them what you need done and they make it. Like I'm just a creative. Like I had somebody ask me a couple of days ago, like, how do you write the dialogue for your characters? I'm like, I don't know. Half the time I'm sitting there with them. Like, you know, like I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. But it happens and it flows. And so that's definitely one thing I would take with me. Just one person. It's not necessary to have too many hands in your pot.
I feel like over time you slowly build. Like I could honestly say to this day, Talksmackwithmac is a 3-person team. Yeah. Thanks to you. You're the third person. I was by myself. I was lucky enough to find Kyle after it's probably about 7 months.
Respect you, Kyle.
Found Kyle early on, and he's a fucking huge part of the team. The homie is phenomenal at what he does. It's 50% of the show. Probably more than that. I'd say a cool 70%. It's a fucking conversation.
It's big time.
And it needs to sound good. Yeah, we got the greatest conversation all the time, but motherfuckers can't hear it. It's like,
if it doesn't sound good, then
if it doesn't sound good, people are going to, fuck this. So Kyle came in, became a big part of the team. Now Cat, she helps out a lot. Just in terms of idea and knowledge and, all that shit. So it slowly, organically comes together. If you're just saying, oh, yeah, you do audio, I fuck with you, yeah, here, do it.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 is they're probably gonna fuck it up because you don't have that true trust in them. You don't know them on a personal level. I feel like that's important. Let me sit down. Let me actually talk to you and get to know you and see if I fuck with you. Yeah. Then after that, we could probably do business. Yeah. Because I don't want to just do business with anybody. I want to have a family that I'm doing business with, that we grow together with.
100%.
And, I don't do that with everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
they ain't worth it.
Yeah, it's not. Everybody don't have your genuine best interests at heart.
Yep.
And it's hard to come by that because I get it. It's hard to make some shit shake. We trying to pay the bills, and when you're motherfucking hungry, bless you.
Bless you.
You're getting one more of those, and girl, shit. I'm about to get my hazmat suit and suit your motherfucking.
Oh, my dad
ass
used
up.
to like 8 or 9, and the older I've gotten, I'm like, I used to only do one. Now I'm like 3 or 4.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sneezing.
Oh.
What the fuck do you think I was talking about?
Hazmat levels?
Hold up.
I was like, I didn't even know it went that high in the military.
No, it's about
like
the choose the sneezing, you know. I mean, you're like, you know what? Forget y'all.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, so the other question I wanted to ask you, because I'm really intrigued with this, going into your first project, how the fuck do you make a shot list with the times and the expected times that scenes are going to take and shit like that into extreme detail? Because organization is what makes a film go. How the hell do you do that, or I guess guesstimate that without ever doing it before?
So I have to shout out nofilmschool.com. If y'all have never been on there, they will show you some things. No, legit. It's nothing but articles, nothing but great articles. And I was so nervous because, like you said, like, you don't know those things. So I knew about a shot list because I took video production in high school, and I learned how to use it and how to read and how to operate perfectly fine. But executing it, getting other people to understand your ideas, that's
a very
where
daunting
it gets,
task.
So for me, it was just because I'm also my editor. So it's one of those things where it's not for me, it's not for the editor, but it's for the cast to understand and read. But at the same time, I also can't draw. So I don't want to outsource that small task. I feel like if I can get together with my cast, whether it's through a Zoom link or we can get together 40, 50 minutes before we shoot, we can get to an understanding. I'm able to fully conceive to you. I will literally read and get in character for you if I have to, and go down the entire script with you so that you can understand where I'm coming from.
And he has
No,
done
I
that
like
on the
that
set
shit, though.
before.
Yes.
Because you could read a script and
Yes.
perspective is a motherfucker.
Yes.
You could be thinking one thing and it could be a completely different tone.
100%.
So getting on the same page with the director is only going to help you dive into the character deeper.
Yeah, not only that, but I don't have a lot of time while I'm on set to really talk. So like, I remember she told me, she's like, chill. Like, where were you? And I was like, I was filming. I was off getting another shot. I left my actors upstairs. My co-director was dealing with them. Like, there's few talents that I don't even get to say hi to sometimes because I'm all over the place. But again, you got to find that one person that you can trust to handle certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could luckily find that person, however long it may take.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Man, I had another good one too, and I fucking forgot it.
Oh, they wrote them down today.
I keep on forgetting to bring my pen in here. Sometimes I write them down. Sometimes, you're the fucking man.
I always try to carry a pen.
Yeah, man. I usually have like 6 up here, but I've been doing auditions and moving around and shit like that. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Love that bullshit, though. We love the
bullshit.
acting bullshit. It's
Yeah.
perfect bullshit.
Yeah, it's good shit. All right, so you learned all of this great shit making this first movie. You get the experience under your belt, and I know that experience is fucking invaluable going into this second go around. Let's talk about that.
All right, so the next go round, we've already announced it. It's called The Party Girls. This one is just like the Fairfax to me. It's just dusted off. I had it put up. We did come out with an original Party Girls back in 2020. I was working with a group, and
Shut that shit down.
I was working with a group, and we didn't get along. We had produced some great. One thing I will say is we worked very well together. It was more so of the behind the scenes stuff. Like sometimes we would argue about like who was the lead or who could act a little better or what should be done to get somebody to act better. And a lot of the times, maybe I played a part, maybe somebody else played a part, but we just kind of distance ourselves a little bit, and I just formed Batteries Not Included Media Group. And from there, it was kind of just like doing my own thing. But I tried. I had a few fails before I came up with the movie, though, because the movie was more stable. The other projects that I tried to do, like one was a mini-series. We talked about that a little bit earlier. And for a mini-series, you kind of need to have continuity all throughout it. It's one of those things where sometimes you may not film for three weeks, but by the time you come back, the facial hair needs to be the same.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So I was just doing some pickup scenes recently, and I'm thinking in my head, fuck, man, my facial hair, saw the picture. I go to my barber. I'm like, look, bro, we got to get as close as possible. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard, man. And then, like, little shit. What if, like, your pocket's out a little bit? Or
Yeah.
fucking, what if you have, like, a little stain on your pocket because you wore the pants a few times and shit like that? Motherfuckers like us, we're going to see that.
Yeah.
We're going to see that. I was watching a movie the other night. I posted it on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw, but the homie was a vampire killer. And he pulled the wooden stake up with a hammer, but the pointy side was facing
Is
him.
that is that where you said that's how to kill a vampire?
Yeah, I said some vampire killer because he's going to go and hit it and it's just going to press the fucking vampire.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like those things matter. I don't know if that was purposely. Maybe it was like because that scene was a TV show on the movie I was watching.
Okay, so yeah.
So it could have been a comedy, but I thought it was serious as fuck, right? So it's little stuff like that.
Got you. Yeah. One thing that I will say that helps me the most is studying my script, because I'm also the editor as well, like I said. So it's one of those things where, like, if you're not constantly looking over it, like I have a director's script, not to source myself, but I have a director's script like right here. So there's things that I go back and I look at, and I'm basically just doing all the editing in my head already or on paper. So I learned that from Fairfax. I can say for Fairfax, I was like preparing everything else that I wasn't prepared myself in that way. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just mentally prepared for it.
Yeah.
So there were things along the way that I forgot. Like, what I can say that day that we were at the house for the 7 days. I was so stressed out by the 5th day. I was just like, I'm not doing a call sheet. I'm not. You get here at a certain time. Like, that's just it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, we're not doing a call sheet.
And like you said, you could just send out an Instagram group message or just a DM or whatever the fuck it may be.
He was done.
Like, hey, y'all, man, get here at this time. You know, so-and-so, so-and-so. Y'all ain't got to be here until a little bit later at this time. I'm going to fuck to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got to be up in fucking 3 hours to go do X, Y, and Z.
2.5.
2.5,
And
yeah.
that wasn't even our fault. That was somebody else's fault at why we had to be back
Yes.
within 2.5 hours.
That was such bullshit.
Yeah.
But you know, when you got to turn and burn and do the shit that you got to do, put them big boy pants on and make some shit shake, you got to go do it.
That much I would give the rest of us that stuck around to finish it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Had the heart to
That's
do
when
it.
you really find out who wants it, right?
Oh, yeah.
When it's, 105 outside, like it's going to be this weekend, and you're outside on set and shit like that. Are you going to put on the uniform and go act out and do what you got to do? Or are you going to say, yeah, no, fuck this. I'd rather go home in the AC.
Is that what you're getting paid for? Are you getting your credit? Are you building your resume, networking? Are you looking at the opportunities? Yes, then what are you waiting for?
I'm getting down and motherfucking dirty.
That's one thing I've wanted to do with this next project is give the idea of opportunity. Not only in the
You said
story.
the idea of opportunity. Elaborate on that a little bit.
The idea of opportunity, by that I mean, like, in the script, of course, in the story, that's what's going to happen. We already know. But for y'all that don't know, the idea of opportunity for us is, like, I'm able to, like, at least offer, like, you may say no. Like, I've had people turn me down. I had somebody turn me down yesterday when I asked them to star in a project.
Damn, I'm trying to get like that.
Well,
I'm trying to get to that level where I'm like, nah.
here's my thing. When I say turn me down, I don't mean just like, oh, I'll never work with you. I mean, like, weren't comfortable with doing some of the things that I had asked in the script, which I feel like it's not that much, but it is what it is.
Some actors are
Some actors have
specific or-
their specifications, things that they're willing to do, and I'm one of those directors, like, I respect it. I'm not going to pay you extra because you don't feel comfortable doing it. You just don't feel like doing it. Let's cut it out. Let's find a way around it.
Yeah.
That's how I am. So that's what I mean about opportunity. Like, I'm one of those people, like, if I see a problem, there has to be some type of resolution, some type of opportunity.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we all want to fucking work.
That's the point.
We love this. This is why we're doing it, right? Because we love it.
Yeah.
Supposed
Because
to.
we ain't making no money yet. We're spending all our goddamn money to do it.
100%.
So we're doing it because we love it. So if we have an opportunity where the director, writer is sitting down and saying, hey, this is my vision, and you're like, no, I don't fuck with this, would you be willing to take this out? Or would you be willing to change this, alter this a little bit? Is there some way we can meet in the middle? Because I want to work.
100%.
I want to go and showcase my talents. I want to show all the work I've been putting in, the studying, the thinking, the reps, whether it's physical reps, mental reps, whatever it may be. I want to go and get in front of the camera and have some fun.
100%.
I don't want to show my asshole. Can we take that out?
Yeah.
No, thank you. No,
I don't
thank
feel
you.
right showing my hairy butthole, man.
Yeah.
I don't.
No. And if so, I do want to get paid extra for that.
Even though
Okay.
Kat wants to see my hairy
No,
butthole
I am
on
good.
the big
Thank you.
screen,
No.
can we take
For
it out?
some
Or
reason,
I
I'm
want an
not
extra
into that.
$75.
Yeah,
You know?
the extra,
Oh,
the
honey,
extra $75 is the,
$250, please.
the extra
for nudity.
$75 is crazy.
You get my butthole hair, $3.
Yeah, 3,
Plus.
4,000.
Like, give me $75, man. I
Nah,
ain't even sure
nah,
that shit.
honey.
You fill my tank up a couple
Nah.
times. Like,
I am worth it for all the all natural. That's all I gotta say.
I'll even shave my butt, man.
No,
Shit,
no,
what's
no.
up?
You getting that wax? That's part of my company dime. I'm not doing that on my wallet.
You be bleaching your butthole too?
Hell no. I
If-
do a Brazilian. Duh.
All right,
As in
so
you're waxed.
if you're prepping for a role, say this hypothetical nude scene,
Okay, which
All right.
technically, I mean, I did do a hypothetical one, but
okay, so
Recently, right?
yeah, recently.
what is your preparation for that? Are you getting tanned? Are you
Sadly, I wish I had, but not really because the character, it would have been as authentic.
okay?
Just because everything, I
Are you hitting the gym hard? Are you not eating that day? Like,
no,
are you
'cause
only
honestly,
eating?
okay, for example,
Hit
with
me with it.
Life of Bull, I was in lingerie. Now I was fully covered, didn't get to see anything that I was not comfortable with. So all the pieces I selected, which I think fit the character, that was my purpose. Now in the scene, thank goodness, again, I worked with professionals all over from the outside of my crew to the one I shared the lead with in the sense of Nelson. It was very professional, very comfortable. And that's the point. You need to be comfortable with your co-partners.
100%.
You need the respect and the fact that we're being intimate. But when the camera says cut, we're back to being ourselves. It's not. You don't.
I don't
care.
get to touch you.
No,
none of that
the
shit.
character
Yeah.
we separate. This is the professionalism of the art. And this is where I felt so comfortable with everyone. No one made me feel uncomfortable. Near the end, as an actress, you wear your robe.
Yeah.
Because you have to go in between scenes and
I
takes.
should
And you
get
get
one, like a director.
halfway through, I'm like, fuck it. I'm hot. I'm walking around lingerie. I'm that comfortable with everybody, though. No one on set to make me uncomfortable. And I feel that comfortable. So I was grateful. Will I say I do that with all sets? Hell no. Fuck no. Never. It may have been a rare occasion. But at the end of the day, I know what I will and will not put up with. And if more, then it's more money. But at the end of the day, I know my rate. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to do a sex scene just to do a sex scene.
Right.
It has to be for the character. It has to have a purpose. Yes, Life of Bull, whether people agree or not, there is an artistic purpose to it. There is. And I believe Dakota had every powerful purpose that she used to take
I
control.
have not seen it yet.
I know, I'm so excited for you guys
Yes,
to see it.
I have
It's
not seen it yet.
It's supposed to be out very soon, and once it is, I'll let you all know.
That's
I'm excited.
exciting. Yeah,
So
that's
excited.
exciting.
Watch it as many times as you want. A billion, gajillion times. Just keep it on repeat.
People are gonna just repeat your one little specific scene. Your
I
little
hope so.
nasty.
Honestly, like I know, like even my parents, I like forewarned them. I'm like, okay, just you might want, and like we're prepared. We don't really care.
If
'Cause
you
they're
don't-
so excited.
If you
for
don't
me,
mind me
know what I mean?
asking, what was the preparation like for you? Was it mental? Was it physical? Like, were you in the restroom? Well, okay.
Okay, honestly, not really, because I think because I really dissect her on my own in the sense of the character. So once I put on the clothes, because I got the outfit the day or two before set. I didn't have enough time. I wanted to order them online. Didn't have enough time. I was so busy. I worked so many different jobs. So I totally lost track of time. Anyway, I ran Hottie's, got the cutest red thing I could find. Got them on sale too, even better. Anyway, you know me and my sales. With that being said, I put it on the day of. Something didn't go right. I didn't have my sticky tape, my nipple pasties correctly. So
Can't forget those.
So I did tape on the first day, very sketchily, but it worked great. The thing is, I talked to myself beforehand. I did this certain spritz. I had a new perfume for her, and I put her in me, and she was cool. And again, I was able to go in and out of character really well with But again, Nelson helped a lot. But at the same time, if I could do it again, oh hell yeah. There are so many different acting choices I would do differently, especially with my faces. But at the end of the day,
Your sex faces?
nah, more like I think I get in my head sometimes when I kiss on camera. And there's certain moments where I feel like
I think
You don't just kiss?
no, I think
You kiss with the specific look that you're going for?
not on purpose, no, but I feel like I'm not trying to be myself when I kiss. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want... So, first off, wasn't with anyone at the time of filming, so it didn't really matter. But for me as myself, I do not want to kiss my acting partner as myself. So, all the tendencies I do in the bedroom are not on camera. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I have to take parts of me into this character, but I'm not kissing my co-star the way I kiss my partner in bed.
Yeah.
I'm not biting their lip. I'm not doing things, if that makes sense. But
You're doing other things.
But I have to mentally put myself into that character to
Yeah.
feel and put it on camera.
Because things that they may like is going to be different from what Cat likes.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah.
do I believe after seeing the premiere that we achieved that? Yes, I hope so. Enough that people in camera and the audience were, yeah. Now, again.
She's saying she was lazy as fuck, but in the movie, she was actually
I'm not
doing
going to
some
lie. Can I be
shit.
real? So usually, okay. Ugh, here we go. When I was a kid, okay.
When I was a kid.
I had
we're
a lot of
talking about her
girlfriends.
sex scene, and she
No,
starts with
hold
when I
on,
was
hold
a kid.
on. Not, oh God, here we go. Not that
Yeah,
kind of
here
movie.
we go.
Okay, back it up. College years. Okay, I was called Little P by my really good guy friends. Okay,
Little P.
Little P, because I had
you
big
talk-
boobs. I had big boobs, but no butt.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I know.
Little P. So Little P.
She's still Lil P.
Okay, hey, this little P's getting a little bubble. All right, and that bubble popping because on camera, my bubble look good. That was the only.
Girl, we all know it's angles. Stop playing.
Hey, I'm okay
Angles
with the
and lighting. Angles and lighting.
Hey, when you watch those angles and lighting, you come talk to me.
They say arch a little bit more.
No, I didn't have to. Oh,
Nothing
the best
having
part
to
was,
direct.
Okay, can I low key? I'm gonna say it again because I know I said it the first time. It was almost a one take wonder. The first time we did the scene, and the only reason we had to do it twice is because the first time he rolled and flipped me over, my head hit the camera because we were so, and we just.
Wow.
Oh, big headed ass. I told
Hey,
you.
getting that big headed, all right, but real action motion in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's funny, man. That's good shit.
Get it though, but it's funny. But yeah, no, it was for me. I was lucky because it wasn't as much preparation as I think I would have needed if my co-star wasn't as giving. As an actor, you want to give and take with your scene partner, and he gave.
Comforting.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I gave. And in the scene of our scene, we both gave to each other without taking the whole scene and taking it for ourselves. We were very yin and yang. When it comes to scene partners, you need to have that balance. And I believe we played our characters so well that it showed on camera to believe that the characters are going through what they're going to. And it worked. That's why I believe in the sex scenes. That's why if anyone would be like, oh, you just wanted to get naked. No. I'm not going to get naked just to get naked. And even then, I wasn't fucking naked. You never saw my nipples. You never saw any of that.
Yeah,
now,
good for you.
Yeah, I was very comfortable. I was very grateful at that.
So
but
it
I also
was
got
suggestive nudity.
Oh no, honey. It's you gonna think something looking like.
I don't know how to feel about that. Watching the movie and then I know you personally.
I know, but that's why I'm like.
I'm
so
excited
grateful.
to see if I feel any different. I'm probably just like, this fucking cat.
I know. I'm so excited. That's why I'm
Give a
like.
fuck what she's doing. Shit.
Oh, that's why I'm like so grateful for my family because it's gonna be a lot for them to watch me in that element. But I do believe because of the people that watch me and the people that knew me on set and they got to know my personality, to see me play that character and just watch me thoroughly as that character on film, they were like, Kat, it's not you. That's really that's not
cool.
you at all. That's how good, and knock on wood, that's how good of an actress I am in this. I just my head. Okay, it's a long story. I really hope my family does not see me as me when they watch the film.
Yeah.
So when they have to see the scenes, I really hope like my dad isn't as like I hope he still is because let's be real, it's gonna be my dad.
Come on.
But
Pops
like
is like this for sure. Oh my god.
but like I wanna but like can I be that
Shit.
good that he forgets that it's his daughter? Is
No,
that
no.
possible? No, okay, that's not
No,
a thing.
not at
Sorry,
all.
Dad.
Not at all. Never.
You would know. You're a dad.
Yeah.
So like,
I think what makes it great that you can attempt to or even do it is portray these different characters. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, especially with the whole sex scene, because I've known you for what, like 4 years now?
Oh my gosh,
and
yeah.
I'm just like, I never expected you to tell me that you signed up for a sex scene.
She's
So
like,
that's really good.
she's like, I got the role, Levi. I said, what role? She said, the little slut.
I did not say that.
kidding, I'm
You
kidding.
wish I said that. The thing was, when I auditioned, I wasn't expecting it, because originally when I looked at the cast, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get the supporting role. She fits more my type, more my element. And then, but at the same time, I was like looking at Dakota, and I was like, ooh, I kind of like this bitch. She seems feisty. And I read the size, and like, I could fuck with this shit.
You know the
Fuck with
character
this.
is real when you have to call her a bitch.
Yeah. like-
Oh, you dirty little bitch.
so at the time, the person I was with
Yes.
said, just do both. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do both. And I was so glad I did, because at the end, I got the lead. And I remember it still to this day. I was out at Fremont with my friends. We had just parked. I remember in fucking a public parking lot in Fremont. I see the email Dakota, and I scream. I mean, high pitched yelp. There are people in the fucking lot just look like something was wrong. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just got a lead role. My bad. I'm an actress.
That's the kind of opportunity I want to give.
Yeah.
It was just one of those.
That's
And-
an opportunity. I mean, that's a feeling that everybody
Yeah.
wants to experience.
yeah.
And it's very well deserving.
Thank you.
So you put in the work, and you're a good person. So it's
one of
like
those.
good things are bound to happen. But I also, the reason why you're sitting on that side of the table is because I wanted to give a congratulations to you. How many lead roles have you had this year? Just this year.
Okay.
I'm honored to be sitting here talking about her lead roles, by the way.
I gotta do some math here, because you know how bad I am at math, right?
Fairfax is one.
Yeah, that's one.
I mean, it's less than motherfucking 2 hands, so it's like, come on, girl.
Okay.
She said, hold on. You know I can't count to 5.
Stop. Okay, because we got this. We got
You
Fairfax.
got at least
That's
2.
Fairfax.
We got
Shit.
Fairfax. We got
Life of
Life of a Bull. Now, are we talking lead, or are we talking supporting and lead?
let's just do lead.
Okay, lead, and then we got Then we got what's upcoming is Party Girls.
Party Girls. Yeah.
That's
And
3 already.
3. Do I say my own?
Yes. You better plug yourself.
I'm directing and starring in my own production. I'm scared to say it, because we're still working on the title, but I do love what we've been putting it as.
Nice.
What was it about to-
Can you share anything?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
I'm
one out
so-
there because I'm excited too.
I'm so nervous. Like, it makes me excited because it's my oh shit. Okay. I've never thought of myself as a writer. I ain't gonna lie. And when I will not lie to you, it was a random fucking afternoon. I got into a kick and I just typed away 30 minutes straight, and I got 10 pages. And I started
Thank God.
just a mom and a daughter. And the whole concept, it's not really the mom is meeting the daughter for the first time in 30 years. And
Okay.
the daughter is hesitant because, abandonment, all that fun stuff. But the mom there's more to the mom that's coming across. And let's just say she's trying to reveal to her the story of what happened and why she wasn't with her. And I've always liked films and shows, thanks to the wonderful people I've worked with, that give me the twists and turns that I never thought possible I could write. How about that? Because-
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yes, and yes, big time. Just because when I first started thinking about acting, I always thought I was going to play the basic role, the friend next door, the girl next door, the funny ha 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 friend, never the lead. And so when I think of all these opportunities I've recently gotten, my roles are not myself at all. I'm not playing the
Yes,
funny
it's-
girl.
it's none of that.
None of this. And
We cut that shit out.
and I'm so grateful that people allow me to really grow and be an actress.
Yeah.
So when I thought of writing my own script, I thought of simple, basic, just make her safe. Bitch, I'm not safe. Why would I make my character safe?
Yeah.
So
Authenticity.
originally when I wrote it, because I'm aging, I thought I played the mom.
Bro, you could still pass for a 16-year-old in a high school fucking TV show.
Told you.
You little
Thanks,
lucky
fam.
motherfucker.
Thanks, fam.
My hair fell out. They said, motherfucker. Yes, again, you're the janitor.
You're the janitor, motherfucker. That
You're a
professor.
teacher.
That teacher.
Yeah. You're the guy that just got out of fucking college. I'm like, God damn it, I'm 20.
Is that when it started at 20?
Hell no,
Oh.
like 17.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, they got me early.
Damn, it really
It's
did.
like, man, they were like, all right, bro, you're about to get a beard. You can have a beard, hair, and blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, you get one or
gotta
the other.
go. One gotta go.
You kept the eyes. Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Hair's overrated, you know?
Hey.
For a man.
Okay, good. I was gonna say I got a big dip in my head. I ain't trying to show that.
Yeah, you
anytime
need to cover
soon.
that shit.
Yeah, that's why we gotta keep the
so
hair. Just saying. Y'all killing me.
So you have these
So-
these weird characters and
Yes.
these weird personalities, and you like to dive deep, and you like to create characters that have, I want to say, like split personalities or split motives.
Yes, because I feel like we all have an underlying onion. You remember the Shrek reference? Like the ogre has so many layers to the onion.
Yeah.
Okay. So do characters. Because at the end of the day, even in real
people
life,
do.
we
Yeah.
do. We all do, and,
Yes,
and not in a bad
yes.
way. Some are genuinely not malicious.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do most people? Probably. Now, do I believe in all of them? No. But do I like to write about them? Oh, yeah. Now, here's where I get worried, and I want to know this from you guys as creatives as well.
Yeah, you should be worried.
Do you ever get worried what other people not think, but if you're writing a script and people are like, is that me? Are you writing about me? Or is that indirectly trying to say something about me? Do you ever think that's we take things personally that people may not realize? Or how do you not care what other people think?
Fuck them.
Personally, I've grown to not really care what people think. But how I did that was kind of like understanding like this ship that I'm on, it's only going one direction.
Yeah.
There's no going back, and there's really not a lot of people on this ship. So those of us that are on this ship, my ship, we're doing the best that we can with what we got. And I remember being with that particular team that I spoke about earlier, and we used to face certain criticisms, you know, and I was always the one that would just be like the moderator, as I like to call him, just, hey, we'll get him next time. Like, we had this show called Chronicles, and it was a show surrounded about weed. And the characters they had a weed man who would get them in some very fucked up. Can I curse on here? I'm sorry.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
I just said fuck.
We said fuck shit
Okay.
multiple different times.
Making sure.
That's what I love about this podcast.
But
I'm gonna start and end with a fuck. You know.
Big time.
their weed man was getting them in very fucked up situations.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, when we reached certain episodes, like episode 2 or episode 4, and we didn't get high ratings for that, we seen like heads low, like just mad. And I'm like, bro, I know you wrote this episode, and it may have sucked. We may have only gotten 97 views, you know.
But that's 97 over
That's
9.
97 over none.
do you
Exactly. 97 over none.
Mm-hmm.
When we were sitting here before, we were all disbanded. We were looking at 0. Nobody was doing nothing. So just seeing something turn into nothing really is what keeps me from focusing on other people. Yeah. Sometimes I do, though. Sometimes like I do, like, when you asked me about audio earlier, that's one of the big things I'm focused on for Fairfax, because it's in a theater. You know, we'll be so it's like I want them to hear everything
Because
clearly.
if not, like those speakers, I know the different qualities of speakers. Maybe something that you don't hear through your speakers could be fucked up on theirs. So it's like you have to have so many different tests, and test it through AirPods, and test it through fucking Bose, and test it through your phone, and test it through the laptop, because everything is different, and you want it to hit the same regardless. And that is fucked up. That's why I have Kyle.
That's why
Kyle's
Because
amazing.
you need, when it comes to that, that's half the battle. You're watching a movie and you're listening to a movie, right?
Yep.
And if one of those are fucked up, you're gonna know.
Yeah.
And if you're watching an hour and a half feature film, or even a fucking 3-minute short, and it sounds like shit, Come on, man. You know attention spans these days. We're not gonna sit there and finish that.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, it sounds like shit. I'm gonna give it 7 seconds. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Fuck that. I'm
Well,
out.
that's how I am. Like I'm a movie buff. Like I like a good movie.
Yeah.
I did watch a movie recently where I was just like, you don't have me. First 7 seconds. I'm like,
no,
it's
that's
just
true.
not. I skipped the opening credits too, just to kind of get into. And I find that kind of ruins the movie too.
How long or short they may
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Like a really, I know this was like big in like the 90s. I feel like is like the opening credits were long.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
They played 2 songs.
Yeah.
I still remember to this day the West Side Story being like one of those. I'm like,
love
I
that.
love it, but I'm also like, skip the damn
Yeah.
intro. I feel like it's like the end credits. I'm like, damn, did I watch the movie? And then you realize it's the intro to the movie.
Hey, they're like, man, we're gonna make sure y'all know who the fuck was a part of this
The
movie.
whole entire score.
You know what they're doing now, which I find myself doing it too, is they'll do like a cold open and then the credits and then back to the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Oh,
to
you're
to
right.
draw you in
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. So
didn't
you
know
you
that.
have
Get you
this
settled.
Yep. You have this ultimate cold open,
Damn.
and then 3 minutes worth of opening credits.
Do you feel it's important to have a very strong opening scene that grabs the attention?
So you have some really good questions. Yes, I am. My grandmother was a big James Bond fan, and I love their.
I feel like old folk, all the old folk was James Bond fans,
James
man.
Bond.
Classic. Such a classic.
I don't care.
Go ahead, throw on that gold knife.
I don't care which Bond movie it is. I love the opening credits. They all have some type of functionality to me, and they also tell the story of the movie if you pay close attention. So I like that. I feel like that's a form of storytelling. You know what you're getting yourself into. With me personally, that's the first thing that I worked on when I did Fairfax. I was just like, I want the opening credits, and I'm just like, how do you want it though? Like, what are you gonna do? So I started to. If I have the script, I will have a printed out version of the script, but then I'll basically like get into this format of almost doing a trailer. But I'm not doing the trailer on the computer. I'm literally doing it on a sheet of paper. And I'm writing out the lines while listening to like the song that I'm going to edit to. And then getting to that, I'm just like, okay, you got this. So it all kind of just fumbles out in a way, honestly.
I feel like it's important as hell.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
how many? I literally have a 15-minute rule because I'm a horror guy.
Yeah.
And there's
Okay.
a lot of fucked up horror movies that just are horrible.
Very.
And I developed a 15-minute rule. I've been doing this shit for decades. You know what I'm saying? I'm seasoned vet with this
15
shit.
minutes.
And
actually really
if
smart.
you don't, 15 minutes is generous. Very
Yeah, I was
generous.
about to say 15 minutes.
Because I feel like, okay, maybe they fucked up the opening scene and then in a minute they grab your attention. So I give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
We understand this shit is hard, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time, horror movies are low budget. So it's like, all right, they're probably new people anyways. Let me give them a little benefit of the doubt, man. Maybe the special effects are fucking dope. But if you don't draw the audience in very quickly, they're going to pick up everything else if they're still watching.
So can I share something with you?
Hell yeah.
An exclusive.
like those.
So with the Fairfax, when we finished wrapping, we wrapped in March of this year, like fully March, like just everything we were done. And I said to myself, I have this movie edited on my laptop right now. It's done, I'm going to re-edit it. I'm going to start over. And I did that because I felt like
to compare.
Yeah.
Because Kyle, he teaches me a lot. He says, you're only as good as your last mix.
Yep.
And in your case, you're only as good as your last edit. And from when that movie finished to the time when you started the next one, you have made progress.
Yeah.
Whether it was you read some shit, you saw some shit, you want to implement new things, whatever it may be, you have gained. And you're like, man, in this instance, I wish I did this. And now you have that time to go back and do it. That's pretty dope. What was the biggest difference?
The biggest difference for me was the opening intro.
Oh, okay.
So when I first started it, it was nothing but dialogue. And I wanted to do that because when you watch Fairfax, I want you to immediately just be thrown into the exact moment and time frame that my characters are in. I don't want you to have to worry about what happened 3 years ago. I don't want you to have to worry about the car accident, you know? Even though, like, we have promoted it on the idea that these characters have gone through their car accident. You don't, spoiler, you don't see no car accident in this movie. Okay? I feel like less is more. So I use dialogue in the opening intro.
Okay.
While working on it on my laptop, I was just like, she's talking too much. No offense.
I was?
No, just both of you. Like you and Heather.
I think
And
Heather did more.
and then like everyone was,
Nice amount.
you know, just I'm having to cut certain scenes and this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, let me see what I can do here. So there's specific cuts that I did in the intro where I go back from footage, like what you see in the scene, to, you know, an Isiah Cain film and things like that. Just so we're speeding along. So that 3 minutes, you're getting the whole backstory of what these people have been through. By the time that 3 minutes is done, now you're into the movie. Now you can focus.
Those cuts are just attention fillers, I feel like.
Yeah.
Hey, we're watching them the whole time. You have the dialogue going.
Yeah.
But you have different cuts to restart our attention span.
Yeah.
Now, when you're doing that, I know your pace of the film and the genre and all that shit is going to dictate your pacing. For this specific film, how did you find your pacing? And is that a second per cut, or how exactly is that?
I like a lot of, like you, I like horror. I like psychological thrillers. I like things like that.
Told you.
So
You're welcome.
We'll talk soon.
Yes. So like, I see you have Michael Myers right there. That's one of my greatest icons right there, my horror icons.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us. So
Oh my gosh.
I think
Besties.
No, whoa, now. Why are you laughing?
because your whoa now was so funny.
Yeah, because who's your real best friend? Let's get
You are, you know, we got this.
Oh, you're just a best friend hoe, huh?
You try to be a best friend, ho. Don't be trying to take my man's.
I'm not.
You just
Y'all are
You're a
funny.
fucking hater. Anyway, that's you.
I know, right? Right to the
God,
like,
No,
let's go.
yeah.
You're a horror
It's,
fan just like me. Ha.
It's the pacing of Halloween. That's how I followed this one. Because originally, like, before I dusted this off, Fairfax was originally it was my version of Halloween. It was called The Shape. And it was more so dealing with Michael and when he was a kid, than dealing with the Michael Myers that we know. So it was more centered in the home, the parenting and stuff like that. So we were
almost taking like the Rob Zombie version.
Yes, except I feel like in the Rob Zombie version, like that was more modernized. You're still modern, but it's keeping that same 1970s feel. Like he had both of his parents, and his parents, if you remember, like when they popped up at the house, they had on a suit and a dress.
Yeah,
Like, they looked like they were wealthy. They didn't look like, you know.
They went to the opera or some shit for a dinner date and then opera after.
Yeah.
And then came home and Mikey just stabbed sister with some scissors, and I was like, "Ma,
There you go.
Dukes and Pops gotta go."
There you go.
And he was 7 years old.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like, why? It's because he was fucking driven by. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to get technical, he was like being controlled by some.
Sam Hain.
Yeah.
The difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
So-
nerd out all day.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, fine. You can have a little best friendness.
Don't hate, but yes, man, it's that pacing is hard. So, do you find that it's a timing per scene before you cut to another one? I understand the length of dialogue and shit like that is going to dictate that, and I'm assuming probably actor and actress performance too is going to dictate that. But how do you normally go for the timing before you cut?
I feel like each person is different. So when I'm on set, I'm also editing in my head.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
So if I'm behind the camera, even when I'm setting the scene up, I was sitting Cat down, and we were doing a scene with Jonathan James. Shout out Jonathan. We were doing a scene with him, and the moment I sat down, I just got like this chill. I'm like, okay, I need to start writing something down. And I took sticky notes. You can actually see those sticky notes in the scene because I put them on the wall.
Yes, I loved it.
I started writing on sticky notes exactly how I could like map this scene or how I could block it exactly. So I don't know. For me, it's kind of just in the moment. Like, I can think quick on my feet.
Very quick.
Yeah.
I would give him that.
When
Yeah.
it comes down to production, at least.
Yes.
Nice. I like that. I'm starting to, as I get more enamored with the entire process, I start to geek out with the small details.
Yeah.
It's like, man, let me go over here and pick his brain a little bit and learn about
Just
this.
a little bit. Just let me rub a little on
Yeah,
that.
let me go to the camera guy and see his viewpoint, or
See what
let me
he's
go
seeing.
talk to the audio guy, the
Yeah.
boom guy, and say,
Yeah.
man, how long you been doing this shit for, and why?
That's
You
how I
know?
was in video production. Like, I didn't know that, like, everybody had an interest in it. I thought we were just doing it as an elective.
'Cause you had
honestly.
to.
Yeah, you know.
That's why we're forced to
Okay,
be
you had
here.
to.
And, like, we started editing on paper, if you know what I mean. We were doing storyboarding. We were writing out our scenes and then going to shoot them and then coming back with an assignment. Like, that's how boring it was at first. But once you excel and you start to learn different stuff, or you learn from different people, because that's what it was. That's why I don't tell people, like, don't go to school. If you're going to go to school to be a filmmaker, go do that. But make sure that you're also going to put your best foot forward and, like, try to do it on your own too. Because they're not, I'm not saying that they're not teaching you anything,
But they're
because
not
they
going to
are.
hold your hand and
But
go
they're
help you
not,
make
yeah.
a movie.
They're
Not
not
like the
they're
real
not.
world.
They're not going to hold your hand
They're
and make
not.
you go do auditions or find auditions or none of that shit.
I have a brother, actually, not to bring up
Put anybody
family
on
ties,
blast and
yeah,
shit.
but I have a brother who went to the LA Film School,
Oh, really?
and he was so excited, and I mean really excited, like. And I was early on. I started off in 2017, so this was like 2015. I was just talking about making a movie, and he tried to get me to sign up for LA Film School right after I got out of high school, and I'm like, I'm not going to LA Film School. Like, bro, I can't afford it. And if I want to do a movie or a short film, I can't afford to do that while also paying for these classes, you know, and also paying rent. So I've always thought ahead. Like, if I'm able to pay my rent, if I'm able to have lights on, I can make a movie.
Yeah.
But the moment my rent or my lights are affected, the movie must pause. something
makes
has
sense,
to
yeah.
something has to stop.
Something gotta give.
You know, so I can focus, and it happens, and I'm okay with that struggle. But I feel like people in film school, they don't really get to enjoy that struggle.
Yeah.
You can definitely enjoy it.
It's part of the process for
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
That's where you get all the growth, thriving in chaos and overcoming. That's
Almost
how
definitely.
you fall flat on your face every single fucking day, and you question yourself and second guess everything that you're doing, and you still do it, and you mentally surpass so many hurdles to the point where you get to the spot where you're like a hardened vet almost, and you're saying, okay, I understand shit is gonna happen, I understand shit is gonna get fucked up, and I understand shit ain't gonna go as planned, but motherfucker, we gonna do it.
We gonna get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
And once you get to that point, it's like, damn, this is dope. This is dope. Whenever I get to that point, I'll let y'all know.
Right? That's what we're hoping.
All right, so you got a lot of shit going. Like,
It feels like it.
Fairfax was, a long, drawn out learning process, but now you're turning and burn. You're on your next movie, and you already got a third one planned too. So it's like, okay, you got shit going.
Yeah.
What are like your goals? How do you want to get all three of these made immediately, back to back to back?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this for, I guess, the people that out there that are gonna watch this. I'm not looking to get those projects done by tomorrow. I don't have a time frame. I'm not saying that I'm going to get them done by the end of the year, the end of next year. But the work that we put into it, just know that it's daily. Like it's daily. It's one of those things where like we can't go to sleep without contacting each other. There has to be some form of communication about something in one of our productions. So I think with Party Girls, that being a more self-contained story, it won't take us too long. I don't want to put a date on that. I just know that it won't take us too long.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But with my next feature, which I can exclusively announce on here, my next feature is called Strangers. We already announced it on Instagram, but we didn't really talk about it being a feature or not. But it is a feature film. It's going to be my second feature film.
Nice. What can you share?
This one is about, I'm going to use a term, and if y'all want to get on Google and look up in Urban Dictionary what that term means, but it's a black widow.
Okay.
Okay. And it's basically just a woman who she's able to be with a man, get what she needs, and then she leaves. Mm-hmm. How she leaves, either it can be a corrupted situation where the husband dies, everything's signed over to her, or she can just disappear. That's Strangers. Yeah.
Oh, so just a dirty, grimy bitch going through
Well, here's
life.
the thing, because the way that I'm seeing it, and I don't want to spill too much, so I won't say too much, but she definitely meets her match. Like, the person, that's why it's called Strangers. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, again, this is another project that was dusted off. And I'm doing this to basically show people, like, those scripts that you have, like, keep them. Like, don't throw them away because, like, you weren't able to produce them now. Like, I'm telling you, these 3 projects, Fairfax, Party Girls, and Strangers, they're all from a few years ago. Nice. I just wasn't able to do them, you know.
I'll share one of my scripts that I'm working on when we go downstairs after this.
Yeah.
I've wrote some more.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah,
I love that.
I wrote some more, so hell yeah, I'd love for you to check that out. Well, shit, Isiah, man, I fucking believe in everything that you're doing, man. Sitting here and talking to you and just... You could see the passion and the love. You could hear it. You're willing to go through the grind and the trials and tribulations. You said, shit, if my motherfucking lights is on, I'm making some shit shake. And you gotta respect that.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta respect it. Everybody's journey is different. Just because one person went to school and another person didn't doesn't mean it's better or worse for either person.
Correct.
But you're doing what is best for you and what you have to do in order to continue chasing what you love to do. And shit, everybody just got to sit back and respect that shit.
100%.
Yeah, man. But definitely, I would love to have both of you guys back on in a few months or however long after Party Girls and, you know, after Strangers or that process, however that may be. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's exciting. And Cat, thank you so much. I always appreciate you. I got something for you coming soon.
I know, I'm waiting for it.
This podcast like 7 or something like that. So she's holding it down for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Isiah, every time I have somebody get on the show for the first time, I sit back and I shut the hell up. I give you the camera so you could let anybody know anything that you have coming out next that we didn't already talk about, or if you want to share your social medias or anything you want people to know, that's your time.
Well, I thank you for the opportunity. It was a nice podcast. I love your setup. I got to give you your props real quick. I just want everybody to stay tuned for the projects that we have coming up. Cat's working very hard. We are having a showcase. We'll have more information on that in a little bit, but at our premiere, we're going to have some special friends of ours come together and premiere their short films and their trailers for their projects. Yeah. So it's just a sense of community. And you can follow me on social media, Instagram preferably, Isiah Cain _ Cain. I think that's how it is. I'm not too sure, but just type it in. Yeah. He'll put it in the description. And then you can follow Batteries Not Included too. That's my media group.
Hell yeah. Kat, you got anything you want to add? I know you already had your one and done time, but if you want to add anything? No?
I love you all. Thank you again for having me, and keep the hustle. Never stop grinding.
Hustle and bustle, baby.
You know how to find me on
That
IG.
sums it up for this episode of Talk Smack with Mac. Isiah, Cat, I appreciate y'all, man. Let's make some fucking magic in the future, and I believe in both of you guys. I appreciate your time for the episode. But we out! Woo!
Let's talk smack.